For children, this dog's name is Lady. She's a normal puppy. And Trixie may appear to be as normal as Lady, but Trixie has rabies. There are two reactions to rabies. The dogs you will now see have what is known as dumb rabies. They are affectionate, quiet, listless. However, a bite from a dog in this condition is just as dangerous as a bite from a dog having wild rabies. Wild rabies is more easily recognized by a foaming at the mouth, wild running, and biting. Rabies is a virus that a dog can catch when bitten by another dog, a coyote, a fox, or other animal that is sick with rabies. Rabies usually travels from a sick animal to another animal, or to a human being through the saliva entering an open cut. The virus enters the open wound and travels along the nerve channels to the brain. The rabies virus in the saliva does not live long in the open air. Rabid dog saliva, which may have dropped to the floor or on your furnishings, is no longer dangerous after it has been exposed for an hour in the open air. Many peculiar things a dog will do that can lead you to suspect he has rabies. In some cases, the dog will act as if he is continuously choking, or as if something is stuck in his throat. He will be drooling constantly, because the muscles of his throat are paralyzed and he cannot swallow his saliva. Many people speak of this drooling as foaming at the mouth. The dog may do such other odd things as dipping his entire head in a bucket of water while trying to drink. He may become even more affectionate than he has been before, but a loud noise or the slamming of a door may cause him to go into temporary spasms. A dog with rabies might run headlong into the side of a wall. He may even break his teeth trying to bite a tree, a concrete post, or a wire fence. Should your dog or your neighbor's dog do anything like this, report it immediately to the police or the health officials in your city so that the dog can be examined carefully. Don't hesitate to report the dog because of your love or sense of loyalty, because after a period of observation, if the dog proves healthy, he will be returned unharmed. But if the dog is sick with rabies, he will die within 11 days. Rabies always causes death in dogs. Rabies in dogs can be prevented in many ways. The first and most important way of preventing rabies is to have your dog vaccinated. Many communities have periodic public programs of the type you see here. These are sponsored by veterinarians in cooperation with the local health departments. Veterinarians recommend that your dog be vaccinated against rabies regularly. Some veterinarians use a vaccine which is effective for 3 years, and others use a vaccine which is effective for 1 year. When your dog is vaccinated, find out what type of vaccine has been used and how soon the dog should be revaccinated. This vaccination is not harmful to your dog in any way. Don't allow fear or affection for your dog to keep you from having your dog vaccinated regularly. The second way of preventing the spread of rabies is to keep your dog in the house or in a fenced yard so that he doesn't have contact with stray dogs that may have rabies. Third, when you take your dog out, keep him on a leash so that you're always able to watch and control him. Be sure your dog is licensed and has an identification tag on his collar. And then if he gets lost, it'll be possible for someone to return him to you so he won't wander the streets and become a stray. People get rabies if they're bitten by a dog that is sick with rabies, like the dog you see here. If you're bitten by any dog, even if he appears to be healthy, get away from the dog immediately. If he's a strange dog and you do not know his owner, try if you can to notice his size, color, and breed so that you can describe him. And then the bite should be cleansed thoroughly with lukewarm, soapy water. Report the dog bite to the police or the sheriff. Contact your doctor or go to the emergency service of the nearest hospital immediately. Never try to treat any dog bite. After you've taken these steps, follow your doctor's directions and the instructions of the police. Even well cared for dogs that are kept in their own yards might bite a person who enters the yard. The person bitten may be a delivery man, the gas man coming to read the meter, or a child trying to recover his ball that's gone over the fence. If your dog should bite someone, get the name and address of the person bitten. If it is a child, take him to his parents immediately. Notify the police or health department in your city. When you call the health department, arrange to have your dog picked up or take the dog to the rabies control section of your city health department. In most cities, the dog will be placed under observation to determine if he has rabies. The dog will be given back to you after a period of from 7 to 11 days if he shows no signs of being sick with rabies. For those who prefer to send their dog to a private dog hospital for observation, most cities have a list of approved dog hospitals where you may place your dog for the observation period. If your dog should bite someone, own judgment of your dog's health. The dog that bites must always be placed under trained observation to ensure the health of the person bitten. Remember, when your dog bites someone, your first responsibility is to the person who was bitten. Under no circumstances should you kill or destroy the dog until it is determined by proper authorities whether the dog has rabies. If it is determined that your dog has rabies, the person bitten can then receive the Pasteur treatments to protect him from developing rabies.